In this video, we look at the role and functions of political parties in a multi-party democratic system. Political parties are organized groups of people who share similar ideas and values about how a country should be governed. Political parties provide vehicles for citizens to come together to campaign for public office and to express their interests, needs, and aspirations for the society they live in. Political parties are found in all representative democracies. Although there are countries that are not democracies, but which have political parties, there are no democratic countries without political parties. The purpose of most political parties is to win an election, hold political power, and form a government until the next election. We explain the concept of elections in more detail in our video, What are Free and Fair Elections? However, even small parties that are unlikely to win an election can gain seats in parliament and thereby influence public policy. Sometimes, small parties decide to formally cooperate with bigger ones, forming a coalition. In this way, they can participate in government. The party that wins an election is called the ruling or governing party because that party will govern the country until the next election. Political parties that lose an election are called opposition parties. They will stand against the government in parliament and will use their time in opposition to build public support in order to contest and try to win the next election, or at least more seats. Political parties that win enough votes in an election gain representation in parliament. There, they work to introduce new laws and amend old ones. Sometimes they work together, but often they oppose one another according to their particular ideologies and values. The political party with the most seats can more easily succeed in achieving its agenda. Various functions of political parties. During elections, many political parties campaign and compete for power. However, political parties do more than just contest elections. Political parties help to shape and represent public opinion. Political parties articulate the needs and concerns of citizens, such as better housing, more schools, or jobs. They organize and represent these concerns at a regional and/or national level. Political parties link government and the people. By representing different social groups and opinions through elected representatives in parliament and government, political parties act as an important link between government institutions and citizens. Political parties formulate public policy. Political parties develop policies which address the needs and concerns of citizens and improve public welfare. Political parties then pressure government to adopt laws and policies. The winning party will design new laws and policies as a government, while opposition parties will scrutinize these laws and try to amend them if they disagree with them. Democracy cannot work without a party in power and at least one party in opposition. Political parties communicate and educate. Political parties also communicate with and educate voters about important national issues through election campaigns and regular use of the media. Political parties ensure government accountability. Every citizen can choose amongst political parties and vote for the one that best represents his or her opinions and beliefs. The multi-party system allows for people to hold a government to account. Opposition parties can question government ministers in parliament or call for debates on contentious issues. Ultimately, if voters are dissatisfied with the performance of the ruling party, they can vote it out of power and elect a different political party for government. We explain why voting is important in our video, Why Should You Vote? Political parties can heal divisions and create national unity. The purpose of most political parties is to win an election and hold political power. To win elections, political parties need to appeal to as many voters as possible to get their support. Policy programs that appeal to a majority of citizens help to unite people and reconcile differences. South Africa's political parties. The existence of political parties is protected by the Constitution, which provides for universal adult suffrage, a national common voters' roll, regular elections every 5 years, and a multi-party system of democratic government. The Bill of Rights in Chapter 2 of the Constitution also protects the right to form a political party and to politically associate and express oneself freely. For every seat in the National Assembly, the South African Parliament, a party needs to obtain about 50,000 votes. This system allows for smaller parties and therefore minority interests to be represented in our legislature. Since the first democratic elections in South Africa in 1994, the African National Congress, ANC, has always won a majority of the national votes in the country. For this reason, South Africa is sometimes called a dominant party system. The biggest opposition parties at the moment are the Democratic Alliance, DA, and the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF. South Africa's political parties receive funds from the public purse to help them function. The Electoral Commission of South Africa allocates these funds on a mostly proportional basis, so the larger political parties get a larger amount of funding. Summary: political parties are an essential feature of democracies. Political parties connect people and politics. They ensure that there are different ideas and choices for voters. They turn the needs of citizens into policies, and they represent citizens in parliament and in government. By voting for a political party at elections, you help to strengthen democratic processes.